Hello, everyone. Welcome to More Than Mises, guys. It is a golden time for all mankind and golden opportunity in this episode for a lot of cool stuff happening. I'm here with Jehu, and I'm here with Tom O, and we are
Yo,
going to be doing Head and Terrors Exosquad Episode 3. We can see if we can keep this one on one part because it's not like an hour and a half long. Last time, I feel like we talked a little last time.
Yeah, we were pretty chatty last time.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna
yeah,
put this into two parts. But
Boo kept it running. He just bat.
I know it was every so often just
yeah,
said a word and that just kept us going.
we are missing Boo tonight. That
Yes,
is
yes, yes. Um, but dude, Charles McKenna leads us off in this episode. Like the dude, the Geraldo of the Exo Squad universe does not understand when he's not wanted.
right.
And Charles McKenna reporting in, and yeah, they're going towards like the pirates ran last time. They are running to Tethys, right?
Hey, I wanted
Uh,
to
I
ask,
think there are no.
What's that?
Sorry,
am
Jay.
I
Go.
mishearing the name of this word? Is it enchiladas?
It's a lot of.
It's
Because I thought they were
it's
just putting a little stank on the end of enchiladas, and I was like, that's pretty
That's
clever.
that's right. That's right. They're going to Enchiladas first, 'cause that's where the pirates have a base. Yeah, they're going to Enchiladas. Man,
we
honestly,
starving.
I
We got
can't.
Don't we
I,
all
I
wish
enchiladas
we
out
were?
there.
that sounds amazing right now.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
so yeah, they're going back to chase the pirates down in Enchiladas, and though they're above, they're in the atmosphere essentially above Enchiladas, and they're going to send down the jump troops.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I love the jump troops because this is so World War II, dropping in paratroopers in there and just like, good luck, buddy, if you don't get shot in midair. And
And the cool thing about sorry.
no, go ahead.
The cool thing about these jump troops, and again, it's early in the series. I guess they didn't have like concrete ideas of what they wanted per se yet,
Yeah,
or maybe they had a super concrete idea. I don't know. But these jump troops look nothing like the jump troops we come to know later on. And I
yeah,
don't know if everybody is familiar with them, but like they later on in the series, they're much more what would you call it? Like
yeah,
customized,
yeah. They have
unique. They're more
personalities.
unique.
Yeah,
Yeah, like you could see them be like, that's that guy, that's that lady.
yeah.
But these ones are just soldiers. Like they're orange and blue and they have little helmets. And they have these cool like gauntlet machine guns that were like I
Oh
was like,
yeah,
ah,
this feels so
neat.
much more like Starship Troopers, like the book, like dudes
Yeah.
coming down with power armor. And
Yeah, I like does did the idea of a jump troop exist in sci-fi before like Starship Troopers? I think like they had to have been
I'm
like
sure.
they Robert Heinlein had to have pioneered that, right? Like I
I'm
didn't see that anywhere else.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, honestly, it seems like, but this is also feels very like I said World War II. It's very send in the
Yeah,
paratroopers, then like infantry will back them up, kind of thing. So yeah, and dude, it's just like that though. They're you see, I would hate to be more power to the paratroopers in wartime. You are floating above a battlefield. I'm sure the guys on the ground are like, hold on, I got this one to the left. That's gotta be horrible, dude. Waiting to hit ground, and that's
like it. Well, and don't forget, like in World War II, that was illegal to like
yeah,
see a paratrooper and be like, I'm gonna shoot that one. Like you legally had to let them land. Then you're like, got him.
yeah, I'll track him to the
But
ground. But
yeah,
yeah,
like okay, it's all clear, get him. But
yeah.
yeah, like any like you watch this or actual real World War II stuff, and you're just like, imagine just being a soldier. Yeah, I was. I don't think I ever told you guys I was in the army, different situation entirely. But
Hmm.
just imagine being like a World War II soldier, where like they're just dying left and right. Like you're there's no point where you're happy, you know.
Right, right.
Like and when the jump troops are there, you like they're dropping their little pods or whatever. You just see like two or three pop, and you're like, oh, that was a dude. He had a story. Like
Right, right.
uh, shucks.
So you know what? I think I jumped ahead a little bit in this episode. I was like, you're looking at this picture and like, oh, that's when this happens. They actually go in a little closer. They go into lower orbit. I've jumped way
Right.
ahead. Marcus was like, "Yeah, take him down there. We'll just shoot the pirates from orbit." So they go into a lower orbit, and all of a sudden they realize the pirates have all kinds of really cool guns, and like
Yeah,
they look like random. They look like they took some GI Joe knockoff thing and painted it like lime green
Right.
on a base,
Right.
and put like
yeah,
extra
Well, like,
hoses.
or basically they just use some stuff from like the Echo Warriors era of GI Joe.
yeah,
Dude, those are
yeah.
fantastic.
Like you have to expect them to like pop up and start walking away. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
The line I really liked from this was, "We've walked into a pirate trap,"
Yeah.
which I would think would have to be one of the top five worst kind of traps you could walk into.
Oh,
yeah,
100%.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, so but like
Like if
dude,
you,
go ahead.
sorry, I was gonna like falling into a birthday trap. Awesome.
right?
Falling
Right.
into a pirate trap. Bummer.
No, no, no
two,
one's.
two thumbs down on that one, yes.
Parent trap. So so.
Depends on the
Also,
situation.
the space pirates have these like ground trooper guys who sort of like look like a
Yeah,
pink Darth Man in arms. Like
yeah.
They
It's really
do.
cool.
They're
I
like
They
dude,
do.
the
I used
killer
to have this
And like
friend named
again,
Devin that it was my goal to convince him that he was a key figure in an apocalyptic event called the Feathering. So
dude, this guy's backstory time.
so I would get like people to walk up to him and just be talking normal and then suddenly go dead and say, "You too will know of the Feathering." And it never worked. But anyways, these guys kind of look like what I think the Dark Lord of the Feathering would have looked like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
90s like pink and teal. Yeah, dude. All the
Mhm.
way.
and you know, like I don't know, we've discussed it yet, but like we, the easiest thing to make fun of uh Exosquad is like the pink, the teal,
Right.
Oh yeah.
the yellow, all that stuff. But like in the same way, you have to like make sense of Star Trek, you have to make sense of Star Wars by their limitations of production. You're just like, oh yeah, that ice cream maker was actually a special container. You
Right.
know, yeah.
Right.
I always said to myself like, oh, they're in deep space. It's dark all the time. If you lose your guy, you have to be like, where'd he go? Guess
Right.
what? Pink uniforms. It's back to 1776.
Right.
Like, where's our guy? Oh, the red one over there.
Yeah, dude. So also JT Marsh is pretty smart here. He's like, yeah, go ahead and get the frames ready because I think we're going to go down in there. And yeah, it's
He's
in
like, you're gonna need me.
yeah, Takagi's like, he's like, all right, well, let's go. He's like, no, 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 you're not still in 2020. He's got a concussion still.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah,
like the time framing here. They actually show you like hasn't been long enough for you to heal up yet, buddy. Yeah, we were all hurt also, but concussions are way different, man. I can go with a few broken ribs, no problem.
Really ahead of their time on concussion protocols, though.
Yeah, if the only the
yeah.
NFL had
It's
paid
like
attention.
super.
Right. And
Yeah,
WWE.
Yes, that too. But I
and
I
it's like,
no, I was to say man, Sabaka does not disappoint with all the grim one-liners. He's so good. Like look at the picture here. Like there's like pirates with like the pink or purple and blue and like lime green armbands and headbands and stuff. It's amazing.
Right.
What were you gonna say though?
of course, I'm sure you're referencing Simbaka when he says something. I didn't commit it to memory, but it's like uh oh, there's an old Earth saying: the spider who waits for the prey will get the prey eventually.
Well, he's
Like
like
that's
you
not an old. That's
no
not. We don't say that.
Right, right. Like no one's ever said that.
Yeah,
the
you made
spider
that
who
up.
waits in
Stop
his
lying.
web will or something like that. And like they're all looking like
Yeah,
that's so awesome. Yeah, we'll do that.
you're Simbaka. You're so cool. Thank you for
No,
telling us these
you,
words.
you not only have the best mane of hair, you have the best lines.
This is why you are a king pirate.
Yeah. But yeah, so they go in too close because Marcus is not a tactical genius. You're like, they're firing
You
at
know.
us.
You know what? You know what though? Like we give Marcus the business, but Admiral Winfield was like, yeah, let's do that. That's a great idea.
You know what? I like Winfield for this. He's training. He's like, dude, you need a win. Let's do this. Come on,
Yeah.
everyone. Yeah, we're all from yeah. Come on, Marcus, you got us bringing this in. And it was a team building exercise that went horribly wrong.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
build up your people you're training, and this you let them make their own mistakes. And he Yeah, dude, they lost exo carriers, like smaller ones, and like other capital ships and stuff. And then they sent in the
Who would
jump
have thought?
troops. Was that?
I said, who would have thought
Yeah, I know
a
exactly.
decision by Marcus would lose ships?
But wait, there's more with Marcus later on. Yeah, so the jump troops come in, and he's going to have Able Squad run, I guess escort for them, make sure they can make it to the ground. And Admiral Winfield calls him JT. He's like, is already in his frame, like, yes sir. We're ready to go because we knew Marcus was an idiot. And yeah. And they all
But
fly out. They all do their special flying maneuvers. Takagi's in the launch bay. He's like, he's full of ennui because he's just going to die of sadness
Right.
for not being able to go shoot
yeah,
pirates. Uh,
I wish I were
so,
with you guys.
yeah. So, but all these things are going on. There's shooting going on. They have this thing called an Omega laser, which looks like a GI Joe
yeah,
Mauler with
Yeah.
a yeah, and in
Y-
space.
y- like it reminds me of like any war, any battle like America has had since World War II, where it's just like, oh, these guys have a pickup truck with a big cannon on the back. How we deal with it? Oh, we're just gonna destroy, mercilessly ruin it.
Right.
Like, just we're gonna send three tanks at it. The
Yeah,
equivalent of that.
yeah. And then
Like they weren't like in a way like they weren't even. They could have easily shot it from far away, but I think it was Rita who was like, "I'm gonna cut the front of it off just to show them we don't mess around." Like, you guys are
yeah.
very reckless with those machines, by the way.
Dude, it is seriously one of the silliest things because it is so much like I don't know. For instance, Afghanistan. Like no one can deal with Afghanistan. The USSR couldn't. We can't in over 20 years. We just put throw a lot of because the people will bring out like whatever guns they've cobbled together or stolen or whatever else or bought from other some arms dealers, and then they go hide in a cave. And we are like, well, they're in a cave. We can't find them now. That's what the pirates are doing.
Yeah.
Like you can't
Yeah, I
shoot
mean,
like rocks, dude. They're rocks. They're space rocks. There's got to be a way to shoot
like
them.
even real pirates would just be like, we're going to go deeper into the island. They would just be like, come into the rocks and get us if you have to, but we know where they are. You don't.
Yeah,
It's just kind of, I guess you would say clever, but they just know the terrain. They know what to do.
yeah. Well,
That's also
before Rita goes in there with her lightsaber arm and like cuts off the end of a turret, that same space Mauler decides is it the Mauler the tan G.I. tank? I can't remember.
yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
it was a Mauler.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shoots the Resolute, and Winfield gets a big explosion in his face, and Mark he goes down. Mark's
Yeah.
like, "Admiral's hit, medic." Well, I got to take control of
The
everything
old
now since he's down.
the old Star Trek console explosion incapacitates someone.
We
Yeah.
shot this
Move.
panel on the outside, and the console explodes. The one
Right.
he's looking down in like this, and
Yeah, what do you guys have behind those panels?
dude, I don't know. They've got like they've got like explosives,
D4?
like little. They've got M80s behind there. They go off to like a section of the
Yeah.
of the ship's hull, I guess.
And did you guys notice, like, again, I had to say last time I'm not a Nazi. So let me say this time,
If you have to
I'm
say
not a
it,
misogynist.
okay.
I'm not a misogynist. But did you notice, like, whenever uh, Nara Burns spoke, she was putting a little, like, tough boy in her voice. She was like,
Oh yeah.
all right, fellas, we're going to get down there and
Yeah.
fight. You're like,
JT, we're getting
you're like,
fired from the ridge.
I
Yeah,
saw you holding a teddy bear last episode.
yeah, I know.
Right.
She's a little overcompensating, maybe. She's like,
It
20
was
years
definitely
old.
like, yeah, the voice actress was like had to clearly be like, all right, I'm in a war zone here. How would I talk? Like this.
Yeah. We're taking fire from the ridge at
We're taking fire.
195er. Yeah, I know. It was pretty obvious. But dude, we go to
And,
Magnus City as we were corrected last time. And
that's right.
it's dude, there's like almost like tumbleweeds. It's so empty there. Like what city is this where there's like Mars, dust flows up and
Right.
stuff. And yeah, there's this dude who we find out his name is Gitas, which by the way, I want to do some of this stuff when we get into these episodes because they throw a lot of names that it sound really cool and very really Greek or Roman. And so this is none of those, but it is derived from Latin, which essentially means guide or protector. That's what Gidus means.
Right.
It's developed into uh, Guido eventually. So take that for that what you
Hey,
will.
So, is the guy we're talking about
Paparul,
now? Is it the
ah.
finance minister?
Yeah, finance
As
minister.
soon as I
Yeah,
heard
yeah, yeah,
finance minister, I was like, "Are we watching the Phantom Menace? What is this crap?"
Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
care about space embezzlement.
Oh,
And you know
but you
what?
will
I'll be
soon.
honest. I'll be honest. Exosquad handled it better than Phantom Menace. They were in and out.
That was a
They're
low
like,
bar.
sums up with the money. And it sums up with the money, and Phaeton's like, "Come here, let me show you what's up with the money. I'll show you right now."
Yeah.
Also, from this scene, and again, this is my first time ever watching this. So again, I'm like, am I supposed to dislike Phaeton? Because again, he's making a lot of sense.
Dude, you have a problem with this in this show because you kind of understand why he's doing it.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
that's what I love about
Yeah,
this.
like
Or like he's like you look at the Able Squad, you look at the X Squad, and then everybody like, wait, are we the baddies?
Right.
Because
yeah, like Jehu says, like if you just watch up until maybe this episode, if you just watch the way they're treated and the way Phaeton speaks, you're like, he seems like an okay fella.
Right.
He ma- he makes he
he's a
makes he
revolutionary.
makes a good point.
Right.
Because if you listen to him in this episode and the way he like kind of tricks Gitas, which we're on the topic now,
Hmm.
the way he kind of tricks Gita, not tricks him, but persuades him. He's
Right.
like, "This is for our defense. We have to be able to stand up to them when they make their move." Yeah, he's not saying we're gonna go get them. We're gonna
Right.
go to
Yeah,
the homeworlds and mess them up. He's like, "Listen, when they come for us, we have to be ready, or else we're in big danger.
but
Like they
yeah,
stack the deck against us. We can't control the ship. We can't have weapons. Blah 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 blah." And when he says we can't have weapons, obviously they had those hover tanks and stuff. So they're thinking like actual significant weaponry, not
Mhm.
like a gun.
it's like it's not
So
a self-defense force. It's in
it's not, but that's what he sells it as.
Right.
Yes. And
Yeah.
the thing is, though, this is very, once again, reminiscent of post World War One Germany, where Germany wasn't allowed to have a standing army and they weren't allowed to have weapons and things like this. And, it's like, and Gitas is like, with forbidden weapons, we gave our word, like we would never do this again. And, dude, that's when he gets in, the Phaeton lays down the monologue again. He's like, to an oppressor with a gun to our heads. Dude, I mean, I was like, do it, man. Let's kill all the
And
Terrans.
and
Yeah,
and then
please.
this finance minister guy, he's like the Chuck Schumer of the Neo Sapien.
Right
He
about
thinks he's going to solve stuff
Oh,
with a
poor
strongly worded
Gitas.
letter.
Thank you. I was about to say
Oh no,
that. I'll
poor
write him a strongly
Gitas.
worded letter and put an op-ed
You
out
know what?
there.
I'm going to speak for Gitas, and that's very offensive. That might be the worst thing you could say about a man. I don't know, but but like yeah, like you said, Evan, like it, if you just listen to what he says, like and Jehu, like you said, Gitas probably well founded. It's like you think about their past; they probably had a rough past. If you think about it, like he is like we suffered a lot, but we've gained so much. Why are you like trying to screw it up? And Phaeton is like, we don't have anything. You're
Right.
you're you're an idiot. We've been given things, and at any minute they can take them away. It's almost like, and I don't want to get political, but let's say we had a president who like upset the entire understanding we have of the world overnight. And you're like, wait, isn't that a rule? And they're like, no, 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 no. We just agree. We just like that was a gentleman's agreement. You're
Right.
like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay, all right. And that's the same thing like the Neo Sapiens exist with. They're just like they were there. If you like kind of pay attention, they're not. There's no laws that say like they're people. They're just
Right.
treated nicely nowadays,
Well,
and it's like that softening. Oh, sorry.
it's funny because when we're doing Transformers, it's easy to not get political. Even when we're doing Robotech, it's easy to not get political. But this is
Mhm.
kind of a political show.
Very much so,
It
yeah.
is. It's so weird. It is. It's
Well,
really like
this especially a lot of these things in this first season. This first season is like all killer, no filler.
Right.
And I mean, really, I was reading over this review someone did of it. I'll give it's toplevelcanon.com talking about Extra Squad episodes. The dude's right. Okay, and I meant to bring something up, and this is a good time to bring it up actually. Do you remember the first episode? The first episode where they're joyriding on Mars, and they were like, oh no, I see two new sapient hover tanks coming our way, and like
Hmm.
JT Marsh's like, all right guys, let's get out of here. Next time we're coming back for real. Like, is he already saying that they're gonna come take Mars away? That's kind of what it
Right.
feels like. But
Right.
even here,
Yeah,
yeah, here though, I mean, he's like, he's saying like they just stomp all over us for their big mechs, and they get their way because why? Because we lost a war 50 years ago to an oppressor. We made all these agreements. He's right though. He hasn't. Like, you have that like, that dark menacing music, and his face is like half covered by shadow. He looks evil, but he's saying everything that's true.
Right.
So that's
yeah,
one of the best things about this.
and the coming back for real thing. Oh, like it's funny that not funny that they picked that out. It's a significant line. He says it very clearly. It because I think we might have mentioned this last episode. Like if you think about the way the world works, we have vassal states.
Yeah,
Like America has its sphere of influence, China has its sphere of influence, blah blah blah. And such an example is Ukraine, where like we don't want to confront Russia directly, so we use Ukraine as this
mhm,
like sort of intermediary where we give them all the equipment they would need to intimidate Russia, but we're not there. That's those guys. They're doing that, and in the same way, you can see how in their world Mars probably fills that same space where the pirates are off in the fringes. If they ever come towards Earth, they're getting past Mars first, probably.
yeah,
So you have to imagine like they treat the Neo Sapiens almost like a bulwark against pirates coming closer into the system. You know, they're
mhm,
out there, they're doing their thing, they're being pirates. But if they come closer, which nobody wants, like ISIS or Al Qaeda kind of situation, you know, the Neo Sapiens will be the first ones to be like, hey, beep, 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 they're coming,
Right.
yeah,
So that's why they're allowed to have hover tanks. That's why they're allowed to have this like show system of defense so they can like fight against them first. Like they could, stand up against them. And then the Exo fleet could get ready and come out there.
Right.
That's kind of why I think like they have the hover tanks and all that stuff. But if they get rid of the pirates, like you said, what's the point of having Neo Sapiens run the planet and have such control? You
yeah.
know,
Yeah,
Right.
Mars
once
is definitely a
once the
puppet state.
pirates are once the pirates are done, maybe they're coming back for real. You don't know.
Yeah, but
And the worst part is, oh, I'm sorry.
no, go ahead. You go ahead and finish.
JT's like cool with it too. He's like, we're coming back and kicking their asses.
Right.
Like, oh, you're
Yeah. So
you're kind of
right
a dick,
away,
JT.
you think like JT's the Captain America of the moral compass in the show, but he's gotten really comfortable with being I guess privileged enough to be in control of everything. He's a
Yeah,
dyed in the wool lieutenant of a squad. He's just doing what his orders are, and they say this is what we believe in, and those Neo Sapiens try to kill all of us 50 years ago. So we'll give them a little bit, but we're gonna keep an eye on them, and that's why this show, this episode, Hidden Terrors, is kind of great because it's showing like, we have this state who was, you know who gave their word under duress, are they're building up, and it's happening a lot faster, obviously, than Germany did to begin the Kristallnacht and start, you can go after Poland and start World War II. But it's still there, the whole point of it, and so it's kind of cool. There's a lot of really cool stuff in this show that people like, it's just a cartoon. But it's not. It's an allegory for
it's
oppression and peace treaties, world wars. So in
yeah,
that way,
it's
it's kind
almost like it's almost like baby's first poli sci class. You know,
Okay.
of
Yeah.
it is.
it's almost like if a big government was doing this to a small government, what do you like? Who's the bad man here? And you're like,
Right.
Yeah.
they're the bad men. You're like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
I
they
get
look like me, so that I think I'm good. So they must be right. And
Right.
yeah, I mean, hmm. But dude, okay. So back on Enceladus. Which, by the way, I think that's why I got
And
this.
excuse me, it's
Yeah,
enchiladas. It's actually.
enchiladas. Damn it, sorry.
Enchiladas, yes.
That's
Um,
right. Yes, I don't want to. I don't want to be a
so
pain in the ass.
they go back and forth calls Tethys every so often in the episode. So yeah, enchiladas. There's the battle going on, and yes, Taurus cuts the barrel off, and for some reason after that, they don't know what cutting the end of the barrel does, but then JT Marsh shoots with
Nothing.
two missiles.
What would it do?
Nothing. It's like, oh, you
It would do
took away
nothing.
a little bit of our accuracy. Then like JT Marsh shoots two missiles and blows it up. He's that's for Admiral Winfield. It was like, yeah, right,
Yeah.
go Admiral Winfield. But dude, something happens that you brought up last episode. Nara is out there fighting. I'm taking fire on the ridge, and she gets shot, and she falls. She basically falls into this battery of like pirate stuff, and the freaking helmet goes over her head. It happened.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
happened. So
And
yeah,
not only that, like that's a good and actually now that you mention it, it happens again in the ice caves because when they
yes,
get knocked over, they but how strong Exo Squad is the perfect show where it's um uh, like in anime you have like a lot of like power fluctuations that don't make sense with characters, Dragon Ball Z, stuff like that.
Mhm.
And like with this is like how strong is an E frame exactly? Because she barreled into the tanks and like blew them up, and her thing was just fine. She was like, "Oh,
Right.
I think I'll take a
well,
nap now."
but then
And then there are
again,
episodes where like I think like if you like throw a Molotov cocktail at them, they're gonna explode. It depends on if they're Neo Sapien, really. Let's be honest. Like then they're just like this one. They have to die. We have to get the bad guys dead.
yeah, I mean, though it's just there's that whole scene, it's the cliffhanger scene going to commercial where she's crawling, she's like, she looks up and sees someone's foot, and you just know it's a pirate. And
Yeah,
and then we go
it's
back.
just an
Is
it's just an
that
empty boot like in Top Secret.
And we did just say that this, is not just a cartoon, but this is a spot where this is just a
Oh,
cartoon. Because getting
100%.
kidnapped by pirates for a lady would be a way different thing if this
Yeah.
wasn't a cartoon.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a still a cartoon. It's a higher brow cartoon. But
the space pirate's like, we're not that type of pirate. Don't worry, there is going to be a pirate.
we're cool. We're cool. We have
No,
ladies
it's
too.
like, yeah, check it out. That's Bertha.
Right.
Dude, she
She's
has
cool. We're all cool.
old Bertha, the pirate, has the same hair as the lady cop on Earth and Chicago. She's
Well,
got like
yeah,
a whole like whoosh, shave down the side here. That
style
is,
still reaches out to the fringes, you know.
Right.
they get cosmopolitan out there. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, man, we go back to Mag.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
did you guys see that today? Again, edit this out if you have to. I don't know if this is too much. North Korea, Kim Jong Un decreed that his daughter is going to be the next leader of North Korea.
No, I did not see that.
Surprise face.
First of all, I had no idea he had a daughter.
Mhm.
Cool. Second of all, how woke of North Korea? Like cool.
When you don't
No.
have a son.
My first question
Yeah,
is she going to have to get the haircut?
Oh, I hope so. I hope so.
I hope so. Oh my God, that would be
Yeah.
amazing.
I mean, it's a sick haircut. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
Right.
high and tight.
Straight. Yeah.
We go. I gotta look at that now. We go back to Maginus City, where Gitas is being a little. He's being a little more than we thought. He's so. Yeah, this sounds terrible. He's so under the boot of the oppressors that he's over there. He's trying to get into
Yeah.
Phaeton's files.
Yeah.
He's like his
He's
big
he's
old-
out there licking Exofleet's boot. I'm like, oh, I gotta tell everybody.
Well, he's over there like with his big thumb fingers, like typing out like.
Yeah.
Okay, Phaeton's files. Yes, of course they're password protected. Let's see. Justice? No. Peace? No. Destiny.
Operation Destiny.
Dude, yeah, exactly. It goes from being like some that's really like justice, peace. No, it's destiny.
So
I
this is
like
obviously before we had invented the strong password.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
Like,
destiny with
it's
the
nice that-
three instead of E and then like an exclamation point.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even I know to make my password Optimus Prime 123.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Right.
I mean, obviously, it's Bumblebee was really underwhelming. Exclamation point. Um, anyway, sorry,
Oh,
that went a little
so
too far there.
harsh. Harsh, yeah.
Uh,
They
dude,
tried. They
yeah,
did their best.
and he
Hey,
goes in
that
there.
opening scene though. Come on.
Which opening
Wait, are we
scene?
ragging on Bumblebee?
From Bumblebee. Remember like Soundwave? He's like
Yeah, no, I love that movie.
Oh, that opening scene from
I,
Bumblebee the movie. Yes.
yeah, yeah. Like and then like just like Full Metal Jacket when they get out of training, you're like, and that's that. Thank you.
Well, you know,
As soon as like they leave Cybertron, you're like, all right, Bumblebee's over. That was a great 5 minute movie.
no, you know, I gotta admit, I kind of enjoyed the Smiths a little bit, and
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Look, I know that a lot of Transformers movies like focus on the human character so much, but if you're gonna focus on a human character, if it's like a cute chick who listens to the Smiths, I can get on board with that.
yeah.
And John Cena was there.
Okay, I low key, I love John Cena acting.
John Cena was
He
good
is
at that.
so aware of himself as
Right.
John Cena acting. It's like
They
meta.
they
So
they call themselves Decepticons. That wasn't red flags for anything.
decept, deceive. Wait, yeah. And then another sidebar. Him as Peacemaker is the best thing of that TV show.
100%.
Oh,
You know,
he as Peacemaker. It's John Cena as Peacemaker. It's not John Cena playing a character. It's him. That's what
Right.
I love about it.
yeah, like I'll level you guys. I watched wrestling during like I guess the Raw era,
Right.
but I dropped off. I didn't know who John Cena was until someone like told me like that's John Cena over there. Like okay, cool. And then like I think I saw him in Suicide Squad. I didn't really watch Suicide Squad, and then I watched Peacemaker. And there's a scene in like Peacemaker's good throughout, but there's a scene where like he's fighting his dad, right?
Mhm.
Right.
And he's like, "You killed my brother. Like the biggest mistake I made was not murdering you in your sleep." And I was like, "He's really upset. Like, is
Right.
John Cena an actor?" Like,
Right.
whoa! Like,
What?
I think I looked around in my room, like, "Oh, he's
Is this
good.
for real?
What the
Right.
Is
like?
this
Yeah.
happening?
What decade am I in? Wrestling acters are good,
Right.
Well, you know
but no,
what? You
he's
know,
great. He's actually great.
Roddy Piper. I mean, was it
I,
Frogtown? What was that?
Oh, They Live.
Well,
they
they
live,
live.
I mean,
Yes,
all-time classic.
they live is
Yeah,
fantastic.
They Live was. Oh yeah, they. You got to give. Okay, that one's an exception because that whole movie is just so great.
Right.
Like
Mr. T
he did a
found his
great job.
place. Well, he wasn't really a wrestler first. Yeah, he
Yeah,
was Mr. T a wrestler first?
No, no, no.
yeah,
He was like I think he was like a motivational speaker
Oh, was
first.
he? Because I know
Yeah.
he dabbled
And
in
then
wrestling a bit.
he got famous from DC Cab and then A Team
That's
and then
right.
wrestling came about.
That's right. And then Rocky 3, of course, because that's
Right.
the
Right.
biggest
Actually,
pinnacle.
Rocky 3 probably hit before A Team and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, it was right there at the same time. It was in the zeitgeist, as the kids say. Um, dude, yeah. Anyways, enough sidebars. There's an episode we're
yeah, yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
Sorry.
also, Sabaka's a Klingon. I have 100% clarity with this now. Watching him say stuff, and he's like, Let them go into the ice caves." He's got this really cool, like steady, low, raspy thing. It's JT Marsh's voice actor pretending he's a cool guy who's like has a mane of hair. We'll see
I
how
mean,
they
it
You
makes
know who he
sense that,
is?
that he's a Klingon. The Klingons were supposed to be Russians, and it
Oh
seems
yeah,
like he's supposed
and
to be Russian.
and he has the same hair
Yeah,
as a Klingon. Come on.
Yeah, you're right.
he he's he's Gowron when Gowron has fun in in
Yes.
TNG.
Right.
Oh,
You know,
man, Deep Space Nine Gowron is my
like
favorite. Favorite.
like when he does stuff like Duras. You're like, oh,
The
that's him.
eyes.
Okay, all right, yeah.
As soon as I see the crazy Gowron eyes, I'm in, man. And just like
And Simbaka has crazy eyes.
oh, he does.
Yeah,
He has almost Garrick, and if Garrick and Gowron had a baby, this would be Simbaka.
Right.
It would be amazing too. He's
I don't want to see that.
he's
I,
I'm just a simple tailor
I'm
though.
already living through the Jem'Hadar Klingon hybrid. I don't think I need a
Well,
Cardassian one.
is that something new? I haven't seen it yet.
No, nobody's seen it. Don't worry.
Okay, good, 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 good. That's all I needed to know. Yeah. So yeah, they're the ice caves, and like there's the I really have a problem with Exosquad not understanding holograms. Oh, sorry. To go back to Ed, holograms.
Well, also during this part, I have my first real question of JT as a commander. Why put Bronsky on point? He's an idiot.
Why
He's
have
going to
Bronsky on the
trip the
team?
he's going to trip the laser light thing.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
He's so bad.
Like I understand he's a big blocky thing to take fire, but I still think one guy needs to be in front of him.
Yeah,
and
but they
like, yeah,
probably Torres should have been in front of everything.
Right.
and like
But
a hologram confuses us visually, not a computer.
Right.
Like a
Right.
like a radar or a thermal vision or even a night vision would see through it. Like if they just looked down, they were like, "Oh yeah, there's like a bunch of dudes behind that wall."
dude,
And they do
Alec
that. They do that in the show. They're like, "There's guys behind that wall," you know?
Alec DeLeon's E-frame has an AWACS radar thing spinning on the top of it.
Yeah,
He can't see through an illusion. See, there's a
Right.
big gun behind that illusory wall. He's
Right.
like this. He's got this cool like mega computer of a radar communications device that's who has a really cool like boom kind of gun on his one arm. But
you
that's
know what?
what he does.
The best thing we can say is that like there's interference. Like
Sure.
whenever there's a thing, the radio's jammed.
They have
Right.
Why
too
did
much
they
Right.
call this
magnesium in the
guy?
ice
That's why.
or something.
Well, like I don't know if you guys I don't know if you guys are Gundam fans. I'm not really a big Gundam fan. I
A
know
little bit.
enough. I know like the foundational stuff, Xeon Federation, yada. But they created this concept inside Gundam called the Minovsky particle,
Hmm.
which is like this atomic particle that I think they just disperse into space, kind of like chaff,
Yeah.
and it makes it so you can't communicate like over radio. Like radio communication is very difficult. Line like you have to what is it? Laser targeting can't be done, so that's why they have laser swords and just machine guns
Right.
firing
Yeah.
like sight to eye to eye, and that's probably like the one thing Exo Squad could have used, where they were just like, the Flemington particles out there.
Right.
Oh, geez, rats
Thank
for
God for
flying blind.
thank God for Oswald Flemington to discover this particle. Yeah.
Yeah, and like they kind of have the same concept. That the fusion pack is a Minovsky fusion, core or whatever, which is the same thing in Gundam. They're just like these little itty bitty nuclear reactors, and that's
Yeah.
what the fusion pack is. They're just like,
This little thing that
had to
everyone
go one
apparently
step further.
lost. This little guy right here.
Yeah,
Everyone apparently lost. Here's my Draconis E-frame I found recently. Like, yay. I
oh,
was
that's one of the
gathering all my
best ones.
E-frames, trying to piece them all back together because they're all in pieces and stuff. Got most of them
Uh,
back together. But anyways, yeah, so it would have been a better explanation like release the Flemington particles. They would have been like, oh,
yeah,
they got really cool stuff, which they do. We don't know the full extent of it yet. So yeah, they there's the whole fight and dude, Marsala's big old E-frame gets knocked over and JT Marsh gets shot and they all kind of fall over and their helmets smashing them down with their heads. And they're
they
yeah, okay,
domino
good.
into each other.
Oh yeah. It's just they look like big lumbering oafs of E-frames, which any other time they're
Yeah,
really agile and they're really cool. Here in the caves, are like, well, we're in a cave, and what do? We just fall on each other. But then someone and I think Ali DeLeon's like, aim for the blasters. They're behind a screen or something. And oh yeah, it would have made sense. So everyone aim at the side of the blasters, and then they oh no, this is Nera's also in the control center with the pirates at this point too.
yeah.
And
She disables the shields.
yeah, she grabs a gun, she's like, ugh, and grabs a gun and shoots the one panel that had the M80 that blew up all the shield generator like illusion things. So she knew exactly what to shoot because that obviously everyone knows which panel to shoot in a crisis
Well,
situation.
Right.
the thing is, the pirate controlling that console spoke earlier, so you're like, that's an important computer right there.
It's like when in a cartoon you see like there's all these rocks, but you see one discolored rock, like that rock's gonna come tumbling
Yeah,
down.
Right.
that's the cell they animated. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like they didn't get the color
yeah.
quite right. Here it comes. That's the one.
As
Yeah.
as the camera pans over, it kind of moves just a little bit. You're like, all right,
Yeah, I'm watching you, man.
all right, I
They
know.
so then she knocks it
And
out.
then
Then there's like this one lone like it's like if you had the Star Trek the original series, they're on an alien planet like on the Menagerie. There's like a alien planet door there, like it's alien because it's got like the that like pentagon kind of shape. It's
mhm,
not shaped like
yeah,
a regular door.
Right.
yeah, you gotta be baked to get through it.
Yeah, obviously
It's made from big stuff.
Sabaka's got to get through. He's huge. I
It's
think
made from
yes.
big pink stormtroopers.
So that, yeah, they go through there. Actually, no, they shoot the doors.
Yeah, they
And
blow it apart and people get
yeah,
sucked out.
which
Yeah.
Yeah.
also is really dark again. We go back into like, oh, everyone dies in this. Like pirates get sucked out into the vacuum of
Right.
space.
Do you, you know what I was thinking of when I was watching this? Do you remember that cartoon Pirates of Dark Water?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Remember, like it was the dark water. If someone fell into it, like it just killed them. It
Yeah.
was like, and like, oh, they're dead. Like, when did like when in the '90s were they allowed to just start willy nilly killing people?
I don't
Because
know.
those
That's a
pirates
good
are dead.
question.
dude. Yeah,
Like those
Dark
pirates are
Water.
straight up dead.
Yeah, Dark Water was like this eldritch horror of water
Yeah,
on this
Yeah.
world. And
yeah, it was
you don't see
terrifying.
it as a kid. You look back and look at it like, oh my god! Watch Jason the Wheeled Warriors, man. The God, what is it? Mastermind,
Saw Boss,
Saw Boss.
Monster
Thank you.
Mind. Sorry.
All that stuff. That was just kind of dark, and all these things we didn't see this as kids, and now we look back and going, God, we watched this. No wonder we're so messed up. We have to all have
Me,
medication.
me and my buddy
Yeah,
Austin
like
were
it.
talking the other day that like the intro to Thundar the Barbarian
Oh
goes
yeah.
harder than Mad Max.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? It's like just the intro.
What
Thundar was
was
great. It was like
Thunder with Thunder was Ukla the Muck,
Ukla the
right?
Yeah.
Muck.
That was
Yeah.
Thunder. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah,
with
yeah,
it
yeah,
with
yeah,
his
yeah.
like six-legged horse. Like apparently he rides Odin's horse.
Mm.
Uh,
And it starts out like the time of man is the time of whatever is
Yeah.
over and the
Yeah.
cities of old.
It's basically a meteor comes too close to Earth and steals most of the atmosphere, and
That
mankind
happens.
dies.
That happens.
yeah,
You
Yes,
know?
that happens.
Like that's
yeah. It
that's
was
how that show starts.
yeah, exactly. Like, we grew up in this, man.
Yeah.
Reagan really messed us up with all this
Yeah.
all this deregulation.
No kidding.
But yeah, so man, pirates get sucked down into space, and the
Yep.
coolest, most Klingon bad ass scene, like Sabaka's like, I'm fighting against the vacuum of space. Grabs the helmet, puts it on. All right, I'm fine now. The vacuum is
Yeah.
over. I have a helmet.
Yeah, the thread is done. They're like, all right, cool.
Once
Like,
again,
they
Marsala
broke into your
proves
command
he's the coolest guy. He's the best guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, dude. Marcel runs in there and he's like, she'll die. He's like, takes his helmet off, puts on hers. He like, are you okay? I will survive. Apparently, he's
I
also
get-
Klingon or something. I don't know.
Well, like I want to go back and watch it now because I want to see if there were any more helmets on that rack that
There were.
Simbaka.
There was like
took.
20 more helmets. They all could have had
So
helmets.
he's just doing what the kids call aura farming. In
Yes.
other words, he was like, guys, check this out.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I
are
can
you-
hold
are
my
you in
breath
the
for
vacuum of
20
space right now?
hours.
Like there should have just been an extra scene where like someone's like, man, we're weird to make you guys like that.
I can't fit
Like,
any
what were
of
we
the
thinking?
elbows on my face. No,
You just got a bag.
I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. I could have given her one of
We
these
have, like,
helmets,
a-
but nah, I'm good. But
I'm
yeah,
just gonna
then,
climb back in my little exo frame.
this is when Sambaka's like, let's go back to Tethys. Let them follow us back to the homeworld. Which is weird because later on in the series, Tethys isn't the homeworld of the pirates. But that's a whole other story later on. So they go back to the moon of
Yeah.
Tethys. And Exofleet's like, Yeah, let's go get them. There's a lot in this episode. They bring everyone back on the cruiser, and then they go back to go follow them to Tethys, and that's when things start in the homeworlds.
Operation Destiny.
Well,
Yes.
we skipped over what I thought
Oh.
was the most
Yeah.
cold-blooded part of this whole show.
Oh.
JT, who up to now I thought was an okay guy, 100% Smurf blocked Mersala.
Oh yeah.
Like, it seems like what's her name is kind of vibing on Mersala because he saves her life, and he's like, nope, they're not like us. They don't think like us. You just
Yeah.
think about him like
She's
that's
like
messed up.
she's like
I'm not down
Marcella.
with JT anymore.
Yeah,
That's
she's
such
like
a
Marcella, I'm
that's
safe
such
with
a
you.
yeah. That's such a subtle scene, but again, it's like that we're coming back for real thing where you're like, "Oh, JT, you're an idiot too." Like
Right.
you've spent like you're maybe the one human, excuse me, Terran, who spent time with this famous Neo Sapien.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't. First of all, why didn't they kill Mersala? Oh wait, you might
Well,
not.
we're not
Sorry,
there
JU.
yet.
I don't.
We're not there yet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't.
okay.
I have
You
no
know what?
clue. I'm
Dis,
watching this in real
disregard.
time.
We're gonna back up a few seconds here. Like he knows this very important Neo Sapien because he's in the Exo fleet.
Right.
You don't know that they have feelings. Like you're just like, nah, they're just like monkeys. Like you
They're
jerk.
they're not
You.
yes. They don't feel the way we do. They're just not wired that
They
way.
don't have human feelings like we do. It's more like a ferret. Like you dick. Like he's your friend.
Right.
We made
He
robots.
literally just saved one of your people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be like if I was like,
His empathy.
Evan, he doesn't have a brain the size of a regular man's.
Right.
Real small.
You're right. Right. Yep.
I actually do have we did like the oh god
Chronology?
the saliva test stuff to see your ancestry, and I am on the top 2 percentile to have more Neanderthal in me than most people. So yes, I
That
do
explains a
have
lot.
the
Yeah, that makes
yeah
sense.
I have the smooth brain, very very smooth brain here.
So like a koala.
Oh God, I let's not go another tangent because I have a lot to say about
10
that.
minutes. Yeah.
Yes,
Uh,
so yeah. Anyways, yeah, great catch on that. I meant to write that down. I was just like watching the scene, like, come on, dude. Yeah, because he does. He immediately says they're just not wired that way, and and Nero's like, oh, okay,
Right.
I'm fine.
Uh,
And all the while, Marcel's like, breathe. I need to breathe.
He's still out there. They didn't bring him up. They didn't bring him back.
And they report that they got they've got a evac ship coming in, and so that's when they get on to the Resolute. They get taken back in there, and everyone's fine. And Marcella finally breathes after 2 hours, and everything's cool, which makes sense. They were bred to live in like low atmosphere like Mars. Yeah, so
Yeah.
they could eat
Yeah.
grass and they could breathe really sparingly. So that's kind of the thing with
It's like yeah, it's like one of those things where like I guess he'd be fine. But you're still like, you're in the vacuum of space. They can't control for no oxygen.
yeah,
They
exactly.
could be like this much, but whatever.
Maybe Enchiladas had a tiny bit of atmosphere.
A
Maybe.
spicy
Yeah, like,
atmosphere.
Yeah, very spicy.
Yeah, he was
cheesy.
getting like he was getting the breeze from the back room. Like, oh, okay.
Oh, I love when they're making their guac back there. It's fresh.
So,
Oh.
when we do get the announcement that Earth's under attack, the admiral, I think his name was Romero,
Romero.
most sensible hair we've seen in this show whatsoever.
It is very Leave It to Beaver sensible.
Right. Yeah, he kind of looks like Jack Kirby.
Yeah, it does actually. God. So yeah,
And
but
you know what the funny thing is?
huh?
Please.
Oh, I was gonna say leading into that though, they get back there and they're gonna fall back to Tethys, and freaking Marcus launches all the jump troops again. Like, all right, they're good. We're gonna go attack Tethys now. Oh, sorry, we're going to attack Tethys, and then that's when you get the transmission from Ramiro. Dude, that whole scene, like, we had no warning. They have a huge fleet, bigger than Exo Fleet, and Marcus is like, oh, I don't know what to do. what do I do? And JT Marshall's like, call them back. He's like, oh, but, and he's like, he gets on there and says, that's where it ends. Like, report back to the carrier. We have to return the homeworlds if we have any home to return to.
If we have any homes to return
Yeah.
to.
Before that though, you see like Venus is being attacked, and we don't know the character yet. There's a farm boy, and they're like, oh, what a great harvest, the great crop here. He's
Right.
all this wheat on Venus. You'll remember who he is soon enough if you don't right now.
No. I mean, I don't want to say it, but didn't we? I'm poking around it. Didn't we see a picture of them in someone's
We did,
room?
we did, but I don't want to
Okay,
give it
all
away
right,
because
all
people
right.
haven't seen it.
Yeah, that's like a little
Yeah,
like nobody's
I,
gonna
you
that
know
notice.
what? I wrote a note down here. I didn't say, but I think I know where this is going.
okay.
Yeah.
Probably, almost certainly.
I'm curious if you know, but the
It's
there's
Bronski's kids.
they've got
He's
great
got
hair
them
going on.
everywhere.
Yeah, their Earth is attacked. You see, like I think it's like the Australian opera house, that big
Right.
cool like ridge
Yeah.
thing. They're
Sao
attacking all of Earth
Paulo.
and Venus, and
Yeah,
that's we leave it there at the cliffhanger where the stuff is happening. Operation Destiny
and like
is underway.
the funny thing is, like, they take the time to show. I think San Francisco. I think you see the bridge
Yeah,
in there. I
yeah,
think
Golden
they're
Gate Bridge. Yeah.
firing on the bridge, and you see the opera house. You see, I think it's Rio de Janeiro, Sao Paulo. What's the Brazilian with the Jesus?
Oh, I think it's
I
Rio.
think it's Rio, right?
Fast and
Rio de
Furious
Janeiro?
5.
All right.
That's
You see the Fast and Furious 5 set.
yeah.
And then all they have to show for Venus is like some guy's farm
Yeah.
and like the main city, which
Right.
you just think like, I guess they didn't have a lot to do on Venus. They were just like, let's go get that guy.
Yeah.
Let's mess his day up.
Jehu will get this. It was like East Milton. Venus is like East Milton. There's like farms and like
100%.
probably meth clinics out there and stuff.
Right.
But that's the Venus is just like
Well,
the sticks.
Venus starts looking pretty methy. I'll just leave that
Yeah.
for like the
Yeah.
future.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so God, you remind me. By the way, Fast Five is the first Fast and Furious movie I watched. Just so you know,
Wow,
Can't jump in.
that's a pool to jump in.
it was
Can't jump in
fun.
the middle.
Oh, it's a really fun movie, but I mean, like, it is, it's like, okay, we have these four movies that don't really make any sense together. Let's just
Family.
shove them all together into one movie.
Yeah.
And then,
The funny thing about the Fast and Furious series is, like, if you watch the first one and the latest one, you're like, what's the connective tissue here?
well, yeah, because the
I
first one has
really-
like physics and stuff in it.
Yeah, and it's just
Like,
like
they're
a
like
mild
stealing DVD
crime.
players. Like,
Yeah,
now they're like
yeah.
car-based espionage.
There's a shipping container full of iOmega zip drives they have to get.
I will say this. I worked in movie theater business for a long time.
The life.
And you could stand in the box office and 100% profile. You could watch people walking up and say, that person's buying a ticket for this. That person's buying a ticket for that. And 99% of the time, you would be right. Fast and the Furious defied all explanation. Like, everybody went to see that movie. Like, there was no, like, demographic for it.
I think because
I think
it's-
Ludacris must have done that. That's what it was.
Well, and I think also there's that sort of Vin Diesel has that sort of ambiguity racially where everybody kind of thinks they're on his team.
Even the
I tell you what,
Italians.
I'm still waiting for what's the Pitch Black series? What's that called? Riddick. It's been like 20 years. I'm still waiting for Riddick number 3. I'll be there. I'll be there when it happens.
I didn't watch the Chronicles of Riddick. It looked like someone tried to do real life heavy metal, and it just looked really rough.
Yeah, like especially not the Pitch Black one, but the one where like the necromongers, the deathmongers, whatever those guys were.
Probably the Chronicles
Like
of
that
Riddick.
drops you in the middle. That drops you in the middle of Dune, and you're just like,
Right.
who's the magical old lady who can turn to dust? You're not going to explain that to me? Sick.
Yeah,
Right.
I was I was waiting for Tarna to show up, and yeah, it was really disappointing. Tarna. So yeah. Anyways, that is Hidden Terrors, and I believe is the next episode Blitzkrieg.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
I
going
think
strong
that's the end
into
of the
the
pilot.
yeah, we're going strong into the World War II references.
Right.
Yeah,
Crystal Night is
I was
upon
just
us.
now that you mention it, knowing what we what I don't want to spoil it, but Blitzkrieg is a big Sean Napier episode.
It is. There's
Yeah,
a
he
lot
like
going on.
he comes into his whole character right there. That's like his like Bruce Wayne becomes Batman kind of
Yeah. Weirdly
moment.
enough, because there's we okay, well we'll get there. There it's less X
I don't
Squad,
think that
Exofleet,
was a yeah.
and more Earth stuff going on, so that'll be good. But anyways, yeah, I just I enjoy this. Like I said, season one's all killer and no filler. There's always a reason for every single thing that happens in this. And we've just gotten into the beginning of this. And, Jay, keep in mind, I mean, this is what I say about this. There are so many heavy-handed references to
Right.
the Nazi Party and Germany during the beginnings of World War II. We're seeing that now. This is, Crystal Knot is when it was when they went after they started the World War II essentially.
Right.
And they're basically they're going after Poland. They're going after the homeworlds right now.
Right.
So. Really fantastic stuff. Good
Really,
storytelling to me.
really, really makes you second guess all those times you said like Phaeton has a point.
Right.
That's the
Really
thing.
makes now
That's
really
the
makes me like
thing.
maybe this makes me feel weird now. I don't know if I want
That's the thing.
to delete the times I said that.
That's the thing, though. I will say that the Treaty of Versailles put all the onus on Germany to pay all these reparations, and you had a very popular leader come into his own during this time and become chancellor. And yeah, you really can see the same thing out of Governor General Phaeton. Instead of chancellor, he's Governor General.
Yeah, yeah. Show some
So
respect, please.
yeah, it's very heavy-handed, but in a way
And,
it's not
and I
wrong what they're doing too. It is, but it's
and
not.
I think not to again not to jump ahead. I think he keeps that. I think he keeps that title throughout the whole series. I don't. They never like Emperor Phaeton
Yeah,
or
no, I
Great
don't.
Leader Phaeton.
Yeah,
I
people
think he
call them
stays
things, but
Governor General.
Governor General.
I think he's like, yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, you'll see as that goes on. I hope. Uh,
I just like that he stays humble. That's beautiful.
yeah, humble is definitely Phaeton.
He's Phaeton,
Definitely.
yeah.
Anyways, even with the ivy wreath on his chest, I mean that is very reminiscent of Roman emperors. The idea of the ivy leaf crown is on
Right.
his freaking chest. So
Well,
that's
yeah,
just
he's all about peace.
yeah, he is. Yeah, he
Yeah, I
is.
mean,
Just like the
what
Caesars were.
have you seen anything different so far? I don't
Yeah, exactly.
know.
I mean, he's all at
Yeah,
destiny. All right, guys. We really haven't done this. I feel kind of hard to say this from coming from my point of view. What thoughts on the episode. Kind of. We haven't done this really on Exosquad yet. Probably because we run so long, and I'm like, we got to end it, guys.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of curious your impressions, Jehu, on what we've seen so far.
I mean, I really like it. Like it's you know, it's funny watching this right after Robotech because it's so like it and so
Hmm.
unlike it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like it's very American animation trying to do what Japanese animation does without actually trying to look like Japanese animation, which is, I can't think of another time that's been done.
Hmm.
Usually when American tries to ape Japanese animation, they try to ape it. They go the whole way. So yeah, I'm really bummed I didn't watch this at the time. I probably would have been unbearable. I probably would have been like, "Oh man, you got to be watching Exo Squad,"
Yeah.
Good.
did you catch it this morning at 7 a.m. on a
Dude,
weekday?
they would show it season two. They would show like 4:30 a.m. on like one of the local
Yeah,
stations. I had a buddy who recorded
yeah.
it so we could watch it later. It was ridiculous. When the syndication, they just exploited that, put in the worst spot, so you never got more than season two.
Dude, when I learned how to
They did
work
that
a
with
TV, a VCR timer, like, that changed the whole game. That's
Mind
how
blowing.
I still have VHS copies of every episode of Batman the Animated Series that I recorded.
Nice. I still have a Bob Hope special somewhere on VHS.
Right.
As my great uncle was in a barbershop quartet from the I think from the army, and he would go there and do it every year, the Bob Hope special.
Right.
So we would record it like, oh, it's Uncle, I think it's Uncle Dick. Anyways, yeah, honestly, this is watching this again, it never gets old to me because there's always, because our history sometimes can be cyclical, there's always something to relate to. Like,
Right.
oh, there obviously that's this version of this person now. So, it's just kind of cool watching it that way. I mean,
that. Like and I don't want to keep going, but I think I said it before. I'll say it again. Like the thing that makes a TV show or a book or anything interesting to watch is not if it's about things that are happening right this instant, right this moment. It's about timeless things.
mhm,
You're always gonna there's you're always gonna want to watch Star Trek because Star Trek is timeless issues,
Right.
slavery, so on and so forth,
racism, yeah.
ethical dilemmas. Should I said to my friend once, like science fiction is like the cloak that we can put over our own issues to be able to say slavery bad or this person different but still person, you know?
Yeah.
So like it's stuff like that where Exosquad will always be able to be watched. You could turn it on and be like, yeah, we're still pretty racist. Yeah, that's not nice.
Yeah.
Or like, or there's always going to be some outer people, pirates, neo sapiens, where you're like, wait, are, is it bad to treat them that way? That's
Right.
weird. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just always going to be there. But if like, I don't know, if you're watching like, I don't know, Starfleet Academy or something, it's gonna be like, this is not this is just 2021 nonsense over and over and over it again. I don't care. Like again, feel free to cut this part out, but like remember Picard was just remember how like it was based like, isn't ice mean? We're like, yeah, we know ice is mean. You don't have to tell us.
Right.
Like
Right.
we're down.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna leave it
Yeah,
there for
sorry. Yeah.
this week. No, you're good. You're good. I will cut everything you said out of this episode. So thank you.
Yeah.
So
Just everything. Just have
yeah,
like
yeah. The edit pin is strong. No.
yeah.
Anyways, you guys, thanks a lot for checking this out. And I know I'll say hi to all the people in the Bring Back Extra Squad Facebook group. They seem to be enjoying this as
Woo.
well. So it's yeah. Y'all take it easy. Have a great week and frame up. See ya.
Take it easy, guys.
Bye.